blood-soaked savanna, the predator's never-ending war. On the African savanna, no ruler remains secure forever. Lions hunt, hyenas lurk to steal the kill, leopards lie in ambush, and prey animals stand ready to fight back. A single misstep can turn the hunter into the hunted. In a realm where strength, instinct, and life collide daily, the battle for survival never ceases. The African savanna is entering the dry season. Hot winds scour the scorched, golden grasslands, whipping up billowing clouds of red dust. Waterholes shrink into patches of dark brown mud, and the sky takes on a hazy grey hue, as if a thin veil has been drawn over the landscape. Amidst this harsh setting, a pride of lionesses emerges like silent shadows. Lacking the majestic, proud manes of the males, the lionesses possess a beauty that is slender yet lethal. Their steely gazes constantly track the slightest movement of their prey. They are the true soul of the predator, pack's steadfast protectors and enduring mothers. Meanwhile, on the other side of the plains, a herd of Cape buffalo begins a journey in search of water. They move slowly, forming a long line across the parched, cracked grass. After hours of trekking, the herd discovers a small waterhole, a shallow, murky pool where only thick, viscous mud remains at the bottom. The Cape buffalo is one of Africa's largest and most powerful animals. Adults can weigh anywhere from 500 to over 900 kilograms. They live in massive herds that can number in the hundreds. Within the herd, bulls typically walk along the periphery to provide protection, while cows and calves stay in the center. The herd possesses formidable defensive capabilities. Upon sensing danger, they can form a defensive circle with the calves in the middle and the adults facing outward, ready to confront predators. Their large, sturdy, curved horns can inflict severe injuries on any creature daring enough to approach. However, the watering hole they found today was no longer a safe haven. Even before the sun rose high, a pride of lionesses had silently approached and taken up ambush positions along the water's edge. Concealed amidst low-lying scrub and arid mounds of earth, they lay almost motionless, waiting for the opportune moment. When a small group of buffalo broke away from the main herd and neared the water, a lioness suddenly lunged forward, launching the attack. After a chase lasting several minutes, the lions were forced to retreat. Their first opportunity of the day had slipped away. They quietly withdrew to higher ground, an area with sparse brush and small acacia trees casting patches of shade. There, the pride settled down to rest and recover from the morning's exertions. Lions are known for spending the majority of the day at rest. On average, they may sleep or lie quietly for 16 to 20 hours. In the shade, the lions stretched out their bodies with half-closed eyes, occasionally glancing around. Some cubs crawled near their mothers, playing gently, while others groomed one another, a behavior that serves both to maintain cleanliness and to strengthen social bonds within the pride. Lionesses typically live in groups of related females. A pride may consist of anywhere from 3 to over 10 females, along with their cubs. Together, they hunt, care for the young, and defend their territory. Unlike male lions, which typically remain with a pride for only a limited time, lionesses often stay together for life. The midday hours passed peacefully. A gentle breeze swept dust and sand across the ground. Despite a recent failure, the pride showed no signs of haste or agitation. Patience was ingrained in their nature. They understood that on the savanna, opportunities always return, and maintaining their strength and alertness was paramount. Amidst the arid landscape, the pride enjoyed a moment of respite, a quiet interlude before the day's end, and the cycle of survival resumed. Just then, as the sun began to dip and the heat subsided, another creature was moving silently at the edge of the nearby woodland, a leopard. Leopards are solitary animals. Unlike lions, they do not live in prides. One typically sees a single individual hunting, resting, or guarding its territory. Adult leopards require vast territories which they mark with urine or claw marks on tree trunks. The leopard has just emerged from the large tree where it usually rests during the day. It moves silently and stealthily. Its coat, patterned with distinctive rosettes, allows it to blend almost seamlessly into the interplay of light and shadow amidst the brush and tall grass, a major advantage when stalking and approaching prey. Unlike lions, leopards do not rely on the strength of a pride. Instead, they use speed, agility, and the element of surprise to attack. When hunting, the leopard often creeps low to the ground, closing the distance before suddenly lunging, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour in short bursts. If successful, it quickly drags the kill to a secluded spot, sometimes hoisting it up a tree to prevent other predators from stealing it. The leopard pauses to scent the air. Ahead, a small group of antelopes is grazing near the forest edge. The leopard begins to stalk low, inching closer to its target. In the quiet stillness, it carefully controls every breath. With a precise pounce from behind, the leopard brings down a young antelope. It clamps its jaws onto the prey's neck, holding fast until the animal stops moving. Without delay, the leopard begins dragging the carcass toward a nearby cluster of large trees. This is typical leopard behavior. They often stash their kills in trees to protect them from stronger predators. However, the act of dragging the kill and the scent of blood attract the attention of an unwelcome visitor. Not far from the kill site, a lion, a member of the pride that had failed to hunt earlier that morning, is patrolling the edge of its territory. It catches the scent of blood and stops. Although it cannot immediately see the prey, the lion knows the scent signals food nearby. It moves slowly toward the source, eyes scanning the surroundings and ears pricked alertly. Just as it was taking its first bite of meat, the leopard suddenly froze upon hearing footsteps. It spotted the silhouette of a lion at the base of the tree. Instantly tensing up, it abandoned its meal and pressed itself flat against the trunk, ready to flee at the slightest threat. The lion stopped beneath the tree and looked up. It saw the antelope carcass resting on a high branch well out of reach. Despite its hunger, the lion could not climb up. After circling the tree a few times, it lay down to wait. It was a simple yet sometimes effective tactic. Simply wait for the leopard to leave and then claim the remains of the meal. The leopard did not move. It merely watched. It knew that patience would determine the victor in this standoff. The leopard remained motionless on the branch, keeping a close eye on the lion below. Seeing that the lion was just lying there with no sign of an immediate threat, the leopard began to devour the antelope meat quickly. It tore off chunks and chewed hurriedly, all while remaining vigilant. As the sun began to set and the light faded, the leopard decided to leave the tree. It chose a descent path on the side opposite where the lion lay. However, the moment its paws touched the ground, a low roar rumbled from behind. The lion had spotted it. Rising to its feet, the lion charged rapidly toward the leopard. Caught off guard, the leopard immediately bolted. Despite having just eaten a heavy meal, it reacted swiftly. With its lithe build and impressive speed, it surged forward, dashing through the brush and plunging into the tall grass. Night fell, casting a hazy purple glow over the savannah. As the leopard vanished into the darkness, the silence was abruptly broken. A pack of hyenas quietly emerged from their hiding place, preparing for their nightly hunt. A pack of about 8 hyenas left their resting spot. They move in a line with a characteristic hunched gait, heads held low and ears pricked up. Contrary to the common belief that they are merely scavengers, hyenas are actually efficient hunters. With a well-defined social structure and coordinated teamwork, they are capable of attacking even large prey when the opportunity arises. In a nearby depression, a herd of elephants was moving slowly toward a water source. A calf trailed at the back of the herd, pausing occasionally and lagging behind the others. A pack of hyenas spotted an opportunity. They fanned out, beginning to encircle the group from multiple directions. However, elephants are formidable in defense, especially when moving in a herd. An adult female quickly sensed the danger. Realizing there was no chance of success, the hyenas gradually retreated. Daylight returned to the African savanna. The sun climbed high, casting a dazzling glare upon the parched earth, cracked from days without rain. A gentle breeze carried the heat radiating from the withered, yellowed grass. The savanna grew quiet as most nocturnal predators withdrew to their shelters. Yet, in the distance, a pride of lionesses was beginning their day. After resting on higher ground, where the sparse shade of acacia trees offered relief from the dry season's sweltering heat, the lionesses began to move. They walked slowly, with steady strides, across the open plain. In the daylight, their tawny coats blended almost seamlessly with the dry grass, creating a perfect, natural camouflage. That afternoon, while passing a low-lying area, a lioness's sharp gaze locked onto something. Not far away, a herd of Cape buffalo, the very same herd that had eluded them the day before, was grazing. Seizing the moment, the pride moved into position, ready to redeem their previous failure. The attack was swift and powerful. After a brief struggle, the buffalo was brought down and dispatched with precise bites to the throat. The pride began to feed. They tore into the meat, dividing the portions according to an established order. There was no squabbling, but before long, shrill laughter and the sound of rapid footfalls echoed from the distance. A pack of hyenas was approaching. This was a common tactic for hyenas, using numbers and noise to intimidate and force others to retreat. But this time, their target was neither a solitary leopard nor a vulnerable underdog. It was an organized pride of lions, hungry yet formidable, that would not easily yield. No major clash was needed. A few steps forward and a commanding roar were enough to send the hyenas into retreat. They lacked the strength for a direct confrontation with lions, especially over a fresh, intact kill. As dusk settled over the savanna, the last rays of sunlight caught the fine dust hanging in the air, bathing the pride in a pale, fading golden glow. Beside the unfinished buffalo carcass, the lions rested, their breathing steady. In the distance, the hyenas had vanished into the darkness, and the sounds of the savanna returned to a quiet hush. This was neither their first victory nor their last. For the lionesses, every day was a cycle of stalking, failure, patience, and opportunity. In this wild world, there was no room for laziness or reliance on luck. Only the most tenacious survived, and the lionesses were living proof of that. A brilliant red sun hung on the African horizon, casting a golden shimmer across the river. There, amidst the tranquil waters, a massive creature silently emerged. Seemingly slow and docile, the hippopotamus embodies the contradictions of the natural world. They may peacefully soak in the water all day, but the moment they feel threatened, hippos instantly transform into unstoppable engines of destruction. They are not merely giants that rule the river. They are also symbols of strength and resilience amidst the harshness of the natural world. The hippopotamus is not an animal you want to tangle with. Weighing up to 1,500 kilograms, their massive bodies are like biological tanks. Hippos possess skin up to 5 centimeters thick, acting as armor against the tusks of adversaries. Their enormous mouths can open up to 150 degrees, revealing tusks longer than 50 centimeters, deadly weapons in combat. Don't let the hippo's bulky appearance fool you. They can run at speeds of 30 kilometers per hour on land, fast enough to catch an adult human. Their agility is even more impressive in the water, where webbed feet allow them to glide effortlessly through strong currents. A pod of hippos is relaxing in the calm river waters. Yet, beneath the murky surface, a massive dark shape is silently closing in. It is a Nile crocodile, over 5 meters long, stalking a young hippo that has strayed from the group. The calf wades near the bank, completely unaware of the predator lurking right beneath it. Suddenly, the crocodile lunges from the water, clamping its jaws onto the young hippo's hind leg. A piercing cry shatters the silence. Instantly, the mother hippo charges at the crocodile. Jaws agape, launching a direct attack on the predator. The crocodile fights back, thrashing violently to hold onto its prey, but it is no match for the mother hippo's fierce defense. The rest of the pod joins in, surrounding the crocodile and battering it with powerful charges. Finally, the crocodile is forced to release its prey and dive deep to the riverbed to escape. The calf was brought back into the herd, but the confrontation served as a reminder that in the natural world, safety is never guaranteed, even for giants like the hippopotamus. The river is not merely a battleground, it is also a cradle for new hippo life. Female hippos have a gestation period of about 8 months and typically choose shallow, calm waters to give birth. As the time approaches, the mother separates from the herd to find a safe spot, ensuring her calf does not become prey for predators like crocodiles and lions. The calf is born underwater and immediately surfaces to take its first breath of air. Within just a few hours, it is able to swim and stay close to its mother. She keeps her calf near, ready to confront any danger to protect this fragile new life. During its first year, the calf learns to forage, navigate the currents, and detect danger. These lessons not only ensure survival, but also lay the foundation for becoming future rulers of the river. Despite possessing massive tusks, hippos are gentle herbivores. At night, they leave the water and cross nearby grasslands to feed. They consume up to 40 kilograms of grass daily, using their powerful lips to pluck up succulent clumps. Hippo dung plays a vital role in enriching the river with nutrients, nourishing fish and zooplankton populations. In this way, hippos, albeit unintentionally, help maintain the balance of the freshwater ecosystem. Within their territory, hippos face not only external predators but also rivals of their own kind in the struggle to maintain their status. When a young male challenges the dominant bull, a fierce battle ensues. Violent shoves and lethal bites from massive tusks send tremors through the river. The loser is often forced to retreat, bearing severe wounds. Yet for the victorious male, the reward is well earned: control over the herd and the chance to mate and perpetuate the lineage. Hippos embody strength, resilience, and social bonds. They are not merely rulers of the river, but also symbols of harmony and the vibrant vitality of the wild. Let us protect hippos and their habitats, ensuring these colossal creatures remain an integral part of our diverse natural world. Far beyond the scorching heat of Africa, on the other side of the planet, where the golden hues of the savanna give way to a landscape of stark white, nature presents even harsher challenges. There are no droughts or parched grasslands here. Instead, the greatest adversaries are freezing cold, hunger, and predators lurking beneath the ocean waves. We are heading to one of Earth's most unforgiving environments, Antarctica. Antarctica is a realm encased in ice, where the sun vanishes for months on end. leaving behind a frigid landscape shrouded in darkness and battered by biting winds that can reach speeds of 160 kilometers per hour. It is the coldest place on the planet, a place where death lurks in every gust of wind. Yet, amidst this desolate wilderness, one creature prepares to embark on an epic journey: the emperor penguin. As the brief summer draws to a close, the ice begins to expand once more. Food sources in the ocean dwindle, and a powerful reproductive instinct drives the penguins to leave the sea and venture deep into the frozen interior. It is a life or death decision. Remaining at sea allows them to continue feeding, but leaves their eggs vulnerable to violent waves. Venturing inland means facing ferocious blizzards and months without food. Yet, they have no other choice. Thousands of emperor penguins gather, forming massive migratory columns. They face a trek spanning hundreds of kilometers, a journey that not all of them will survive. The penguins begin their march toward the thick ice, the only terrain stable enough for breeding. They move on stubby legs, inching forward step by step. When tired, they slide on their bellies, flapping their small wings against the ice to propel themselves along and conserve energy for the weeks-long journey. The wind howls in gusts, and snow blankets the landscape ahead. Every step is a challenge. And not all can keep going. Some of the weaker birds fall behind, unable to withstand the cold. They try to press on, but eventually collapse onto the ice, surrendering their bodies to the drifting snow and vanishing into the silence of the vast white expanse. The others continue their trek, yet nature is not the only challenge they face. Lurking deep beneath the ice floes, predators watch their progress. Beneath the freezing waters, the leopard seal lies in wait within the shadows. One of Antarctica's most formidable predators, it can grow over 3 meters long and possesses jaws lined with razor-sharp teeth. Perfectly adapted for hunting penguins at sea. After weeks of travel, the emperor penguins finally reach their breeding grounds a stretch of thick, solid ice. Yet, the ordeal is far from over. As winter fully descends upon Antarctica, temperatures plummet to -50 degrees Celsius, and fierce winds sweep across the ice, turning the area into a frozen hellscape. To combat the biting cold, the penguins huddle together, pressing close to share warmth. Those on the outer edge endure the brutal chill. But they constantly rotate inward, ensuring the entire colony survives the winter. It is a flawless survival strategy, devoid of competition, where no individual is left behind. Once the eggs are laid, the females immediately depart, leaving the males alone to care for them. Deprived of food and water, the males must stand motionless. Shielding the eggs beneath a fold of abdominal skin for 4 long months. The Antarctic summer returns, bringing the first rays of sunlight after months of darkness. Cold winds still howl, yet the ice begins to melt, opening the only path back to the ocean. Throughout these months, the chicks have grown under the colony's watchful protection. Now, their soft down is gradually giving way to waterproof plumage. Signaling that the most pivotal moment of their lives has arrived, their first plunge into the open sea. Before them lay a world entirely alien. Ice floes drifted across the frigid waters, and waves lapped against the ice edge, creating unfamiliar, murmuring sounds. The young birds hesitated. They were accustomed to the solid ice and the arduous life on land. But the ocean presented a new challenge. They had never swum, never hunted, and more importantly, never faced the predators lurking in the dark depths. The adults were ready. They called out, urging the young ones toward the sea. The bravest among the chicks plunged in first, sending gentle ripples across the surface. Yet, upon touching the icy water, they thrashed clumsily, unsure how to control their bodies. Some struggled to maintain their balance, flapping their wings vigorously but creating nothing more than useless foam. They floundered, scrambling to stay afloat. It was a moment of life or death. either learn to swim or be left behind. Instinct began to take hold. After a few minutes of struggle, the young birds gradually grasped how to use their wings like paddles. Their bodies adapting to the rhythm of the water. Powerful strokes propelled them forward at astonishing speeds, gliding through the crystal-clear depths. They began to sense the freedom of the ocean, the realm that would be their home for the rest of their lives. But just as they started to revel in the act of swimming, the shadow of death silently emerged. Beneath the freezing surface, massive sea lions lay in wait. This was the moment they had been anticipating. When the young birds, having just ventured into the sea, lacked the experience to hide and were not yet fast enough to escape the predator's clutches. A young bird swims apart from the flock, clumsily turning in the water. It does not realize that, directly beneath it, a pair of cold, sharp eyes has locked onto the target. Emerging from the shadows, a sea lion suddenly accelerates. It surges forward at terrifying speed, its massive body slicing through the water like a deadly shadow. The young penguin senses something. Panicked, it flaps its wings, trying to swim faster, but it is too late. With a powerful snap, razor-sharp teeth clamp down on its body. The young bird struggles frantically. But in an instant, the sea lion violently shakes its head, sealing the prey's fate. The surrounding water turns deep crimson. The other birds sense the danger. The adults quickly rally. Forming a large group and swimming away together. The young birds follow suit, speeding up to join the flock. And employing their only survival tactic, the strength of numbers. Yet, the sea lions do not give up. They continue to lurk below, seeking out weaker or slower individuals to snatch in the next attack. After moments of panic, the flock finally swims far enough away from the hunting ground, heading towards safer waters. The survivors have passed the ocean's first test. But countless challenges still await them in the vast deep. Having survived their first encounter, these young birds officially embark on a new life, that of an oceanic nomad. They will spend the coming years adrift on the open ocean, learning to hunt fish, weather storms, and evade predators. Then, a few years later, as the Antarctic winter returns, they will journey back to the frozen realm of their birth, facing a trek identical to the one their parents undertook long ago. The race against the ice, sea lions, and the brutal forces of nature will play out once more. An endless cycle where only the strongest survive. The Southern Ocean, a tempestuous expanse encircling Antarctica, is a place where raging storms lash the water and waves towering tens of meters high ceaselessly batter colossal icebergs. It is the harshest marine environment on the planet. Yet it is also home to one of the world's most wide-ranging avian travelers, the Antarctic petrel. With a wingspan of nearly 3.5 meters, one of the largest in the world, the Southern Ocean albatross is a master of the skies and a tireless traveler. They spend the majority of their lives adrift on the open ocean, flying thousands of kilometers each week without rest. No other bird understands the power of the wind quite like they do. While other species might fear the tempest, the albatross harnesses strong winds to fly further and faster, effortlessly gliding across vast expanses with a single beat of its wings. Yet, despite reigning over the skies, they face harsh challenges to survive, from hunger and storms to fearsome predators lying in wait. A storm is brewing in the grey skies above the Southern Ocean. The wind howls and waves surge. The ocean transforms into a chaotic swirl of water and air. Yet, high above, a flock of albatrosses continues to circle, using the powerful gusts to propel themselves onward. An adult albatross, its wings fully extended, plunges into the gale. It tilts its wings, harnessing the wind to glide effortlessly. Yet, even as a master of the skies, it knows that a single mistake, one moment of lost control, could send it plummeting into the sea, where violent waves lie in wait to engulf it. Navigating the storm, the albatross seeks out waters where fish have been churned to the surface by the turbulent waves. It is a feast for those strong enough to brave the tempest. With keen eyes, the bird dives toward the water, using its powerful hooked beak to snatch its prey. A perfect catch. After months of wandering the seas, the Antarctic summer arrives. Antarctic petrels return to the remote islands of their birth to fulfill their most vital mission, perpetuating their species. They choose high cliffs to stay safe from predators. These birds mate for life. Upon returning, they seek out their old partners, calling out to recognize one another amidst hundreds of others. The female lays a single egg, and the pair takes turns incubating it, shielding it from the biting cold and predators. When the chick is large enough, it begins to learn to fly. In the early days, it stands tentatively on the cliff's edge, flapping its wings vigorously against the air, trying to sense the wind. Then, the bravest chick takes the plunge. It falls freely for a split second before its massive wings catch the wind. Its initial wing beats are clumsy, but soon it regains its balance, gliding through the air just as its ancestors have done for millions of years. From this moment on, the ocean will be its home. Years later, it will return to undertake the same journey its parents did, living the life of a conqueror of the skies. A warrior of the storms, an Antarctic petrel. Antarctica, a place where temperatures can plummet below -50 degrees Celsius and massive icebergs drift across frigid waters. It is one of the planet's harshest environments, yet also the stage for nature's most brutal hunts. Lurking beneath the icy waters, an apex predator moves silently, the Antarctic killer whale. Unlike other gentle whale species, the killer whale sits at the pinnacle of the ocean's food chain, an intelligent predator with impeccable hunting prowess. They can grow up to 9 meters in length and weigh over 5 tons, protected against the harsh cold by a thick layer of blubber. Characterized by their striking black and white coloration, they possess keen eyesight, highly developed brains, and, most importantly, a strategic approach to hunting. Unlike other docile whales that feed solely on plankton or small fish, Antarctic killer whales are true apex predators capable of hunting penguins, large fish, seals, and even whale calves. They live in pods of 5 to 20 individuals, organized with the precision of an elite military unit. What makes them so formidable is not merely their speed reaching up to 56 kilometers per hour, but their ability to coordinate during hunts, employing sophisticated tactics rarely seen in any species other than humans. Among the prey of the Antarctic killer whale, the leopard seal represents one of the toughest challenges. Leopard seals are themselves apex predators of these frigid waters, boasting incredibly powerful jaws and remarkable swimming abilities. Yet, even such a fearsome predator is no match for the strategic hunting methods of the killer whale. On an isolated ice floe, a leopard seal rests after a long day of hunting. It has just caught a penguin and is savoring its prize, unaware that beneath the ice, the ocean's most formidable predators are silently closing in. A pod of 4 killer whales circles the ice, observing their prey. A direct attack is too risky. The agile leopard seal could easily dive into the water and escape, so the killer whales bide their time. They formulate a plan, and the hunt begins. First, the pod swims away, then suddenly accelerates, charging straight toward the ice floe. But instead of leaping onto the ice, they dive just before impact, creating a powerful wave that washes over the surface. The leopard seal is startled as the ice begins to rock violently. The leopard seal struggles desperately, but it is too late. The other whales join in immediately, sharing the spoils of a perfectly executed hunt. With superior intelligence, astonishing speed, and masterful hunting tactics, Antarctic killer whales prove they are not merely predators, but true warriors of these icy waters. Even dangerous hunters like the leopard seal cannot escape their meticulously calculated traps. Every year, as winter returns, the killer whales resume their journey through the frigid seas, hunting prey with terrifying precision. They are the undisputed rulers of the Southern Ocean killers without equal. From the sun-scorched grasslands of Africa to the frozen white expanses of Antarctica, nature operates by an immutable law. Survival is not a given right, but something that must be won anew each day. Some survive through brute strength. Others rely on speed, intelligence, or the collective power of the herd. Yet, whether it is a lion on the savannah, a hippopotamus in the river, a penguin amidst a blizzard, or an orca in icy waters, they all fight for the same goal: to live another day and pass that chance on to the next generation. In the wild, today's predator can become tomorrow's prey. A victory guarantees nothing for the future, just as a defeat does not necessarily spell the end. As the sun rises again over the plains and cold winds sweep across Antarctica, the cycle begins anew, an endless struggle where only those capable of adapting, persevering, and pressing forward can survive. Yet today, the challenges they face come from more than just nature: shrinking habitats, pollution, climate change, and human impact are forcing many species into battles they never evolved to fight. Protecting wildlife is not merely about saving a species from extinction. It is about safeguarding the balance of the entire ecosystem upon which we all depend. Every small action matters: respecting nature, reducing waste, refusing to support the hunting and trafficking of wildlife, and spreading awareness about conservation. For once, a single link in the chain is lost. The natural world will never be the same again. If you want to continue exploring heart-pounding hunts, battles for survival, and the most wondrous secrets of the wild, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us for future episodes. The journey is far from over. Somewhere on this planet, another battle for survival is about to begin.